We're going to work a lot of shoulder. So we'll need probably some books, some yoga blocks, whatever you can do to prop up your wrist. So we'll work on rotation. A good little day for us. So let's get some yoga blocks, books, towels, whatever you have available. And let's wail on those. So we're going to open up with cars. Again, controlled articular rotations, working on neck all the way down to toe. Take you through step by step. We're going to do this for time instead of for reps. So you're thinking quality, not quantity. Get as many quality reps as you can in the quantity. All right, let's open up with neck. Find a good base position, feet hip width apart, nice, steady, strong position to move. Let's go ahead, bring that chin down towards your chest. Rotate towards your left shoulder, drop the ear, circle all the way around, bringing that ear to the opposite shoulder, rotate, bring it back to the start. We're going to continue in that direction for 30 seconds, and then I'll let you guys know when to switch. Thinking about making that circle as big as you can, 1 mile per hour, trying to rotate through as much of a range of motion as you can. If you feel any pain when you get to that closing angle or that small angle side, just simply go through a little less range of motion. Once you get to the start, reverse directions. Now we're going the opposite direction, just going 1 mile per hour, trying to make that circle as big as you can through each rotation as you can. You might find you have a little bit more range or a little bit more fluidity with movement, one way versus the other. That's normal. We are naturally asymmetrical, meaning we have a difference from left to right. This is why we put so much emphasis on unilateral movements within our program. When you finish this rep, go ahead, relax. We're going to move it down the spine. Give yourself a little bear hug. We're going to bring our chest down towards the ground. We're going to rotate towards your left, drop your left shoulder, circle all the way around. When you get to the start, keep going in that same direction, 1 mile per hour. Try to make that circle as big as you possibly can. Circle all the way around. Remember, if you feel a pain in that closing angle side, aka the small side, that means we have a little bit of an impingement going on. We just want to take a little bit of range of motion off. If you feel a lot of pain, you may need to stop entirely. But as we're going through this, try to explore as much space as you can. Finish the rep that you're currently on. Let's reverse direction. Going 1 mile per hour. Try to make that circle as big as you possibly can. Locking in that joint above, which would be your neck, and that joint below, which would be your hip. Only thing moving is your entire spinal column from your tailbone to the bottom of your neck. And finish the rep that you're currently on, and we'll come back to the start. Now we're going to go arms out in front, closed fist, because we want to isolate that scapula. Now we're going to retract our shoulder blades back, elevate your shoulder blades up, push your shoulder blades forward, bring your shoulder blades down. If this is backwards, we're going to keep going backwards for 30 seconds. So this one direction, retract, elevate, protract, depress, and keep circling forward. Imaginary shelf our hands are sitting on, so our hands can go forward and back, but we want to avoid them going up and down. Finish the rep that you're currently on, get back to the start, now we'll reverse. Protract, elevate, retract, depress. Now we're moving a forward circle. Again, hands forward and back, not up and down. 1 mile per hour here. Take your time. Try to make that circle as big as you can. You'll notice you'll get a little fatigued in that mid and upper back. This just means that we're moving through a little bit more of a range or more focus than we normally do, which is all natural. As we go through this, you might find a crampy sensation. That just means we're entering ranges that we're not accustomed to, and your body's trying to find a way to either accommodate that range or maybe possibly get out of it. These are now potential that we're adding into it. So the more comfort we get at that range, the better we're going to be at that range. I'm going to move on to shoulder. Let's go left side. Point your thumb pointed straight out. The first move is going to be up, across. Keep that thumb pointed out as long as you can. When you get to that ear, start to rotate that bicep in. That thumb will come forward. Then reach that arm behind. We're going to keep that rotation going till we get to that pocket. Now that thumb should be pointed behind us. Reverse that direction, you'll feel a block. Then we start to unrotate or unravel and just retrace our steps. We're going to do this one for 60 seconds. So we're going to keep going back and forth from forward to back to forward for 60 seconds, trying to accrue as many quality reps as we possibly can. Remember, we're looking for quality, not quantity here. 1 mile per hour, lock that rib cage in, thinking about creating as much of a circle as you possibly can. Excellent work. Keep it going. And let's finish this rep that we're currently on, and then we'll flip to the other side. Now we're going to go right side, thumb pointed out, bring it all the way to your ear, bring that arm all the way back, reverse direction, 1 mile per hour here. Thinking about tick-tocking forward and back to forward. As you get to those like sticky parts, the top of the shoulder, that extended position of the shoulder, or when the arm's pointed back, create as much tension throughout your body is the concept called irradiation, meaning that we're trying to create tension or stability to access more range in a particular joint. This is a really important concept to start to establish during cars, that concept of irradiation, to access more range and get more out of the actual exercise. Pails and rails, even breathing. The more we can focus on locking in certain joints, there's a concept called centration of locking in a joint to create more stability and more output. Same concept with the radiation. Create more stability throughout your body, create this almost Valsalva type of mechanism. Let's finish this rep that we're currently on. We're going to move on to elbow. So thumbs pointed out. We're going to flex at the elbow, get all the way up to your bicep hitting your forearm, rotate your thumbs inward, come on back down, reverse direction. We're going to just tick-tock back and forth in this pronated to supinated, aka holding soup, dumping the soup, for 3 reps here, not necessarily for time. Awesome. Once you finish with 3 reps, we'll bring your hands up to 90 degrees, or elbows up to 90 degrees, palm in a supinated position. Close your fist. Let's bring your fist down towards the ground, and we're going to make a clockwise circle for 3 reps. And then a counterclockwise circle for 3 reps. We're going to move into hip. If you need something stable, like a wall or even a chair, by all means, please grab one. We're going to work on hip, and the more balance and stability we have, the more range we'll have. We're going to do the same thing we did on hip as we did shoulder. So whatever leg, inside arm's going to be holding. Let's bring that knee all the way up towards your chest, as high as you can. Rotate that shin inward. Pull that knee out wide. Reach that heel behind, keeping your torso nice and tall. Circulating back and forth for 60 reps. This one's going to bring more attention to creating stability. So as I bring that knee out and I rotate that heel behind, that torso is going to want to dump the opposite way. That's creating space. And you'll notice that position when we get into our flexibility work, aka pails and rails. And this is trying to create space that my hip doesn't have. So I'm going to dump my torso away to give myself the perception of having space in that joint, where I'm literally just trying to find a way to compensate in that direction. So fight that now. Create this active range of motion as you're going through that hip. So knee up, rotate, bring that heel behind you, keeping that torso nice and tall and rigid, almost stoic, and then bring it around. Finish the rep that you're currently on, and we'll flip to the other side. Bring that knee up, rotate, heel behind you. Awesome. We're going to tick-tock back and forth here for 60 seconds, keeping your torso rigid, stance leg strong. Use that inside hand to give you more stability. Irradiate is that term. Create tension through your body so we can get more from that targeted joint action. Knee up, knee out, rotate, pull that heel back in. We're just going to tick-tock back and forth, 60 seconds here, thinking about getting as many quality reps as you can. That sticky part, create tension. Again, these high volume sets, these elongated sets, 60 seconds, you'll feel some kind of tension, some sort of crampy sensation, fight through. Okay, now we're going to go back down to knee. Same thing as elbow. We're going to do this for reps. Knee and elbow are same joint. Ankle and wrist are same joint. Hip and shoulder are same joint. So we're going to train them exact same from top to bottom. All right, so heel pulled in towards your hamstring. Rotate your knee out. So now where heel is pointed in and that toe is pointed out. Extend the knee. Pull that heel back in. Rotate that shin pointed in. So heel's pointed out. Extend. Back in. We're just going to tick-tock back and forth here for 3 reps. Once you're done with 3 here, we'll lock out the leg. We're going to lock out that knee because once we start to move that ankle, the more that knee is flexed, the more that shin can move or that tibia. That can alter the range of motion or perception, again, a compensation. So lock that knee out, create centration in that knee, point that toe towards your shin, heel in, toe in, make a circle clockwise for 3 reps. Feel all that tension and counterclockwise. Try to move through as full circle as possible. Perfect. Let's go to the other side. Pull that heel in, rotate that shin out. So toes pointed out, heels pointed in. Pull that heel back in, reverse. We're going to go 3 each way there. And then we'll go ahead and lock that leg out. Make a clockwise to counterclockwise circle. Perfect. Now, we're going to go on to toe here. So in toe, feet are going to be hip width apart. Thinking about all 5 toes are in contact with the ground. You should be able to feel the ground. This is the biggest proprioceptive organ we probably have that we're not using, meaning that the more I can feel the ground, the more I can use all 5 of my toes, the better strength from the foot up I'll have. So let's go ahead, increase the range, increase the stability, increase the function of your feet by learning how to re-educate them by moving them. All right, so let's go ahead. 5 toes are in contact with the ground. Pick your big toe up as high as you can and hold. So big toe is now elevated, 4 little toes are staying. Place that big toe back down on the ground. Let's repeat that again. Big toe back up and back down. Let's do one more. Big toe up and back down. Now, big toe is going to stay on the ground. Now we're going to lift our 4 little toes up. So big toe down, 4 little up, back down. Big toe down, 4 little up, back down. Big toe down, 4 little up. Great. Now let's lift all 5 toes up off the ground. So now my 5 digits are away from the ground. My whole heel and base of my foot is on the ground. Touch your big toe down. Back up, down, back up, down, back up. Now what we're going to do is spread our toes as wide as we can. And we're going to try to touch from our pinky toe down to our big toe, 1 toe at a time, like we're piano keying down. So pinky toe first, second, third, fourth, and then big toe. All 5 toes back up. Second, third, fourth, fifth, big toe, back down up. And then we're up again. Spread, pinky down to big toe. Awesome. We got one more drill. Let's get into an all-fours position. So our base position for quadruped, hands and knees. Not just hands and knees, but shoulders stacked over wrist, hips stacked over knees. From here, we're going to go through cat camel. Thinking 1 segment at a time. So pull your head up. So now I'm in cervical extension. Bring my chin down and then push my upper back towards the ceiling, trying to pull each one of my vertebrae up, 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 and then you'll get to your tailbone. Tailbone will dump behind and down. Now from here, start at the tailbone, and then one segment at a time, bring each one of your vertebrae close to the ground, get towards your neck, and then elevate that neck again, and then we're just going to snake back down. And then back up, back down, and back up. Awesome. Now we're going to go into a second position. So we're going to bring our hips back towards our heels. So I'm in this now collapsed position. And what this is doing is taking this lumbar out of the equation, right? So now my lumbar is completely locked in. So now what I've done is create that centrated effect or that locked joint effect. And now I'm going to have to get more range from somewhere else, which will come from the upper back, aka the thoracic spine. So we're just going to go through the same movement. Start off with extended, bring that chin down, so now I'm flexed. One segment at a time, pushing my vertebrae up and back. Go till you feel a block, and then reverse direction. And we're just going to snake up and down, almost like a slinky going down the stairs. One vertebrae moving at a time, trying to create a smooth, gradual transition up and down. We'll go one more rep. And then we'll transition forward. Then we're going to get down to our elbows. So now we're going to block our upper back, and now we're going to focus on our lumbar. So extended, flex, push as much of your vertebrae as you can towards the sky, and now we'll get down to that tailbone. Reverse, all the way back up. 3 up, 3 down. Awesome. Okay, that is our card. All right, so today we're going to progress from prone, face down, shoulder external rotation, pails and rails. We'll get some passive range liftoffs. Then we'll get into a seated position with a internal rotation, pails to rails, and then we'll do some eccentric neural grooving. And then we're going to finish off with another flow in a bear sit position, working shoulder transition. So from a flexion to a full-on infinity circle, and that will do it. Really want to focus on shoulder because, quite frankly, I think that's a cool area to focus on, and see if we can get some good increase in flexibility up there. So let's grab whatever we have available in terms of yoga blocks, books, or towels. Get set up on the ground. We want our elbow directly out to the side at 90 degrees, and then do your quick litmus. If I can lift up slightly from there, we're at a good spot. If I can lift more than like 5 inches, probably a little too low. So adjust whatever you have, the yoga blocks, the books, or the towels to get a little bit more propped up. We should feel a slight stretch in this position, nothing great just yet. All right, so 2-minute hold here. Try to relax into your position. So face down, we're in a prone position here, so sympathetic or parasympathetic breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Try to fill up as much surface area on that ground as you possibly can. Try to get as comfortable as you possibly can be in this stretch position. So slight stretch in the shoulder, working shoulder external rotation. Oh, man. So last time you guys saw me, I did not have that rack behind me. I put that together by myself. Some people would say that's borderline risky, and I would say we all have certain things that we do that are risky in life. Some people drink and smoke cigarettes or do adventure sports. I, on the other hand, like to assemble racks by myself. That's just the way it goes. So if you do things that are, imagine doing skydiving and the only thing you get is just landing back on Earth. Well, I skydove and I got this cool rack behind me that I can really hammer all my muscle groups now. So neither here nor there. Maybe it'll be featured within these these Allegiant stretches, and we can make people feel even more like I can't do any of that stuff because I don't have a cause handle and I can't do a loaded eccentric neural grooving with a cable column. Like, well, maybe get a prime rack and set it up in your house for your satellite workouts that you're doing in Allegiant. I don't know, either here or there though. But all right, well, Pails. Let's talk about it. Pails driving down to the ground. We're trying to push through the yoga block, ramping up to 100%. Rails, trap your elbows, lift your forearm and wrist away. Don't try to confuse actually getting an external rotation with just going wrist extension. Think about lifting your forearm away. When we're at the end of that rails, if we leave, try to either wedge this yoga block closer to your elbow or prop it up higher. Let's take a deep breath in, pack the air down, drive down into that yoga block 20%, 40%, 60%, 80%. Safest, greatest, and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And reverse by lifting away. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wedge a little bit closer. Get a little deeper into the stretch. We're going to go 2 rounds of Pails, so another minute here. And then we'll get set up for some passive range lift, or another round of Pails and Rails. And then we'll go into some passive range lift offs after we're done stretching there. So another minute here. If you feel a crampy sensation during that, good. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, so the hope is now I'm going to get jacked, I mean, some say the rack doesn't make it the man, but, in this situation, the man made the rack. So, maybe it can make it the man. So I hope you guys are all getting ready for a great summer here. Hope you guys have prepared all winter and you're ready to go. If you didn't, it's always next year. If you did, get out there, get some vitamin D, some good beach time. You're paying the beach tax, and then just enjoy the fruits of your labor, All right, let's get ramped up here. Take a deep breath in, pack the air down, drive down into the yoga block, 20%, 40%, 60%, 80%, safest, greatest, and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, wedge further back. Hold here for another minute. Then we'll move a little bit out of this position. So I'll slide my yoga blocks forward. If you guys stacked them high, just go ahead back to flat and hold here for a minute. And we'll relax into this position. Get ready for some liftoff. Okay. Another 15 seconds, and then we'll get ready to move into liftoffs here. On the liftoffs, we'll go in the direction that we do in the rails. So we're thinking lift away, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for 10 reps. Okay. We'll slide forward here. Let's get reset up here. Okay. Take a deep breath in, pack the air down, lift, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pack, lift, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2. Pack, lift, 5, 4, 3, 2, 3. Pack, lift, 5, 4, 3, 2, 4. Pack, lift, 5, 4, 3, 2, 5. Pack, lift, 5, 4, 3, 2, 6. Pack, lift, 5, 4, 3, 2, 7. Pack, lift, 5, 4, 3, 2, 8. Pack, lift, 5, 4, 3, 2, 9. Pack, lift, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 10. Awesome work. Okay, let's go ahead, set up in a seated position. I'm going to go right arm, so it'll look like your left. When you're set up in this seated position, we want just a good controlled position, a good position where we feel stable and strong. We're going to take our elbow, place it on your VMO. If you do not have a VMO, stop the video immediately, head over to Allegiant Gym, do practice 1 every day for the next 4 weeks. If you don't have a VMO and you've been going to team, block 5, strength, practice 1, you'll have a VMO. I promise you. But if you do, stay in the video. Let's work shoulder internal rotation. All right, so I'm locked up here. From here, I'm going to bring this forearm down. Keep the elbow at 90. A lot of times we get false range by extending the elbow. So 90 degree there. So imagine this angle between the two is 90 degrees. Come down till I feel a blockage or a stretch. And I'm going to hold right here. We're going to go a 2-minute stretch here. Trying to get into a comfortable position, holding that stretch. If you want to use a wall behind you to block that shoulder, that knee from moving, completely fine. Just hang out here. Yeah, we got, doozy in strength right now. Post-fatigue, maximum benefit, minimal external load. You're going to find out you don't need a whole lot of weight to get a lot of adaptation. I'm just saying it. It's so funny to me how when we look at, oh man, it's got to be really heavy to get adaptation. Man, there's plenty of bodybuilders that don't adhere to that and they have incredible amount of muscle mass. Or man, you got to do long, slow distance to get lean. Like there's plenty of sprinters out there. Like, I just saw a video of Usain Bolt talking about he never ran further than 400 meters in his entire life. Or even like, oh man, you got to do high intensity interval work to get lean and, while preserving muscle. Like, well, that's not true. Bodybuilders do a lot of long, slow distance cardiovascular work too. Like, it just goes to show you just there's no magic bullet. And the one thing I would say it's universally true is having full range of motion without pain or discomfort and discipline to make good choices over a period of time and having a standard of movement and execution. And there's a standard. When people tell you they're not, just they're probably bad lifters, to be honest. There's no such thing as a perfect squat. Like says the guru that probably couldn't squat themselves out of a wet paper bag, kind of thing. Like, that notion. So let me take a break here from the rant. We're gonna go Pails and Rails. Pails is driving up into the top hand. Rails is trying to pull away further into that stretch. So let's take a deep breath in, pack the air down, start to drive up 20%, 40%, 60%, 80%, safest, greatest, and hold for 10, 9, 10, or 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse by driving down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then bring that hand towards that arm, and then we'll hold here for another minute. We're actually going to work eccentric neural grooving here next. Yeah, so I've heard them all. Tell you this, there's only a couple things that are very true in the universe that if I drop this stopwatch, I'll just do it for example, let's just do a physics lessons. Gravity exists, right? That's true. Outside of physics, maybe chemistry, everything else just kind of situationally dependent and conditionally true, anecdotal. Also, too, illusion of ubiquitous knowledge that Google makes everyone somewhat. 1 degree of separation from any insight or any knowledge, just a matter of putting in the work. So putting the pressure on people to be universal in what they know and having the full, complete answer to everything, kind of a misconception. All right, let's work some eccentric neural grooving. So we're going to start off in a more upright position. Now, what the idea is, I'm trying to go into that Pails direction. So I'm trying to drive up. So I'm trying to open that angle. So I'm doing a external rotation. What I'm going to do is drive up, and then I'm going to take my free hand and drive down into it. The battle's going to be won by my free hand, but I'm thinking I'm fighting up as hard as I can and resisting that internal rotation, getting down to that range I was just at. So we're going to do 5 reps with the 10-second eccentric, and then we'll switch to the other side. So let's go ahead, take a deep breath in, pack the air down, start to drive up into that top hand. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pack 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2. Pack 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 3. Pack 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 4. Pack 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 5. Okay, let's go ahead and switch sides. So now my left, probably your right. Okay, elbow on that VMO. Remember, if you don't have a VMO, you probably won't have it on the other leg. So at this point, you should already been stopped and gone to strength class. But if you do, stay here. Let's get that other side. All right, 2-minute stretch here. Find that end range going through there. Yeah, so, I mean, hard work, dedication, principles, universal truth, assembling racks, do what you got to do. Yeah, all good here, you know, just hanging out. We're also in team moving towards what we call back offset. So it's more of a functional hypertrophy, 20 to 40 seconds. You'll see a combination of 6 or 10 reps. The general idea, though, is we did a pretty aggressive muscular endurance block, more body compositional focus. There will be a hypertrophy type effect from doing longer times of intention, depending on just the breakdown and the nature of the movements. So that's good. But going into it, we want to make sure it's a gradual transition from one training block to the next and not violent sweeps in one direction to the next. So going into a functional hypertrophy, so it might still feel like a accumulation block, but in theory, it's lower time of attention, about 30 seconds for sets of 10 with a 3-0 tempo, coming off of doing 40 seconds or 20 seconds times 4, so 80 seconds of time and attention in our previous block. So, you know, obviously a lot less time, but we have to maybe transition from that to a functional hypertrophy, 20 to 40 seconds of time and attention, as opposed to just going all the way down to under 20, which would be way too much intensity. All right, Pails is driving up into this top hand. Rails is pulling away, going down. We'll ramp up to 100, hold that for 10, and then we'll reverse pulling away from that hand for 10. And we'll get to that end of that 10. We'll try to bring that top hand towards the bottom hand. Breath in, pack it down, start to drive up 20%, 40%, 60%, 80. Safest greatest 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that arm down, hold that there. All right, so we got a minute here. We'll do some eccentric neural grooving, and then we'll move into a bear position, going through some transitional stuff. All right, 15 more seconds. We'll bring that arm up. Remember, on the eccentric neural grooving, we're driving that arm up, and then we're pulling down with the free arm. So we're going to be pulled into internal rotation, but that arm is going to fight to go into external rotation. So let's bring that arm up to the sky. Wrist on the back of the other wrist, or hand on the back of the other wrist. Start to drive back into that hand. Start to drive down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. pack 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2. Pack 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 3. Pack 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 4. Pack 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 5. Okay, great work there. All right, so let's finish off with a little flow. So we'll do this, and then you guys will finish off with some breathing. All right, so in the flow, we'll go bear position. So heels wider than knees. I don't believe this is a hard position. If it is, again, stop. One answer. Keep doing stretching. Let's get you going to strength here, because that's going to be mobility inserted within the program and really good movements. Bear. Heels wider than knees. Knees bent. Torso pull forward. We're going to go a combination movement. So we're going to go shoulder flexion, and then we'll go into an infinity circle. So shoulder flexion is up, infinity circle back, and then down. All right, now the key is don't let your torso change or adjust or get you in a position that you're not working the full range of the shoulder, right? So I want to fix. I want to be perpendicular to the ground. I don't want anything moving except for my shoulders in space. So once you're going through these movements, setup-wise, lock in, brace, maintain position. We'll give you a rest when we get all the way back down to the bottom. So we'll go through the full flexion, infinity circle, back up, eccentric flexion, and then rest in the bottom. We're going to do 10 reps here. So let's make sure we lock in. We'll do a 5-second break in between each rep just to give us some time. But we'll give a little cadence. All right, here we go. Let's lift both arms up. 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to bring pinkies down. When you get to that abducted position, rotate, bring both palms back, reach up as high as you can. Now elbows are pointed out. From here, lift both palms away from your back. Thumbs are pointed down till you get to that shoulder. Point them up, and then come back, and then we're going to start to rotate those palms down, and we'll go down 3, 2, 1. So that's 1 rep there. 9 more. Lift. 3, 2, 1. Infinity circle. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 2. 5-second break. And again. Lift. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 3. Reset. Lift. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 4. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 5. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 6. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 7. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 8. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 9, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 10. All right, guys, that is going to do it. We're going to finish off with a little breathing. Make sure you guys are doing a good job on the breathing, because quite frankly, if we're going to do anything today, that'll probably bring the most value. And take that routine with you. You know, the in through the nose, out through the mouth, being conscious of your breath, just invaluable. Thank you, guys. Let's crush this. Okay, so let's finish off with some breathing. We're going to go 3 positions to choose from. And the reason behind each position, it formats a different way for your body in space. So if my body is facing down, if my body's facing up, it's a different gravitational effect on that thorax, right? So if I'm pointing straight up and we have this negative pressure pulling air into our lungs from the diaphragm contracting, it's different when my torso is pointed down or an inverted position. Now we don't have negative pressure, we have the effect of gravity. So in a sense, I have to contract to inhale. We reverse it. We have to contract to exhale when we're inverted. And that goes into why we want to focus on inhale versus exhale, right? So in regards to the positions, if you really struggled with internal rotation, this one, if I was cramping a lot, I felt like I had nothing, you want to be inverted. And what that does is gets a little bit more of a bias towards exhalation or that breathing out. And the position we want to do with that, it's going to be an inverted position. We want hips stacked over knees, just like we did in the CARS multi-segmental spine. So hips stacked over knees, elbows on the ground. Now, the more I'm elevated in my knees, the more inverted I am. So we can grab a yoga block, we can place that underneath our knees just like such, and we can get more inverted. We can use books, we can use towels, if you have balance pads, do that. But the more inverted you are, the more effect you have on challenging exhalation. So if you really struggled with that internal rotation of the hip, you want to focus on a exhale bias strategy, aka inversion. The second position, well, and I know this probably feels a little counterintuitive, but stick with me, is if you struggle with the external rotation with the legs in front, will be that crocodile position, just like we did in our prone shoulder external rotation. So I'm here. And what this is, instead, I know it feels like we're inverted still, but what this is instead is now I give myself some sort of resistance when I inhale. So exhalation for internal rotation, inhalation for external rotation limitation. So now I'm going to bias inhalation or breathing in because I'm giving myself resistance. So as I breathe in through the nose, I'm going to have to push my body away and I have to contract. I have to contract that diaphragm and I have to really pull that air in because I have some body weight resistance as I'm pushing it in. So crocodile if you struggle with external rotation. Now the final one would be a 90-90 with a internal rotation on the left side bias, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second. Where you want to focus on that, if you didn't really struggle with internal external rotation, but you might have felt the left side was a lot more restricted than the right side, specifically internal rotation wise, that's when you want to go a 90-90 internal rotation left side bias position. So what that will look like is I'm going to get a chair or a wall and set up with a 90-90 breathing position. I know that probably seemed confusing because we did 90-90 for our position to stretch, but the truth is it's the same 90-90 degree, 90 degree, 90 degree, just kind of a different angle, I guess. So from here, my heels are resting on a chair. I am now relaxed in this position. I want to pull my knees there. If you have a towel or yoga block, we're going to squeeze that between our knees. Remember we talked about abduction? So same thing, adduction now. And then I'm going to try to pull my left heel out and then point my right knee straight back. From here, I'm going to pull my heels down onto the chair or the wall. And what that's going to do is activate my hamstrings and then get my pelvis from this anterior to more posterior position. And what that will do is bias that internal rotation on the left side, and it's going to challenge the diaphragm to breathe against that, like what we call left AIC position. Now, torso matters quite a bit here. Remember, the lungs are different sizes from left to right. The heart's on the left side, the liver's on the right side. So what I'll do is, as I'm driving my left heel out, squeezing this yoga block between my knees, I'm going to take my left hand, place it on my ribs, and take my right hand, place it overhead. If you feel more comfortable just going inverted or crocodile, completely fine. But if you felt like, hey, I had a massive limitation on that left side during that hip internal rotation, that 90-90 position with the leg back, I really strongly suggest you go to that 90-90 position. Now, what we're going to do from here is pause, maybe play around with each one of those positions, and then figure out which one you're going to go from there. So if you need to stop right now, please do. Now we're going to go into the actual breathing cadence. So whatever position you are, we're going to go inverted, crocodile, or 90-90. We're going to go into this 4-4-4-8 or 4-4-8 fork tempo. So breathe in for 4, we'll hold for 4, we'll breathe out for 8, we'll hold out for 8. So I'll say 4-3-2-1, 4-3-2-1, 8-7-6-5, 4-3-2-1, 4-3-2-1, and we'll repeat. So we're going to find that position, and we're going to go through 10 cycles of that 4-4-8-4 tempo. All right, so whatever one you want to get into, let's go ahead and get into that now. So if I'm in a crocodile position, if I'm in an inverted position, or if I'm into this 90-90 position, let's go ahead and do so now. Get a couple breaths in that position just to kind of get comfortable. Remember, we're always going to breathe in through the nose. We're going to breathe out through the mouth. No matter what position we're in, whether it's inhale or exhale bias, it's still going to be controlled full air in through the nose, controlled pushing the air out exhalation. The imaginary breathing in through a straw is going to be kind of the metaphor we'll stick with. And we're going to do that for 10 repetitions, and I'll guide you through each one. All right, so let's get that position. We're now getting a couple breaths in. Let's start to get into this direction. So everyone breathe out. Now we're going to breathe in through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that air in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Push the air out through the mouth for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that air out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Repeat. Pull air in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the air out for 4, 3, 2, 1. And repeat. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now continue on for 5 more cycles. Thinking about filling in as much of that air in. Keep breathing. So we should be now moving into that hold, that exhale. If you're getting to that inverted position, exhale will get progressively harder and harder. You'll start to maybe get a little bit of lightheaded. Control that breath. If you need to take a break, take a pause, get out of that position for a second. Do so. Try not to make yourself to the point of passing out. If you're in that crocodile position, you're going to really struggle potentially getting into that inhale or that breathing in. If you're in that 90-90 position, you'll find that left leg's going to want to move out of that position. You'll find you'll start to squirm, you'll start to contort. It'll be hard to pull down on your heels. It'll be harder to squeeze that yoga block towel or book. It'll just be harder, right? So that's the goal, is to try to maintain that tempo. 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's a great tempo to keep on your own. So if you ever need 5 breaths in a good position, anytime you need to do that, we'll get a huge amount of benefit. Getting 5 cycles of that, 3 cycles of that. All right, so we should just be wrapping up that final inhalation or that final exhalation, and we can slowly move from that position. All right, so that concludes our breathing. Really good strategy to help finish off. If you ever need to do that post-session, great aspect of getting a really good targeted effect. All right, we'll break here, and that concludes Stretch for today.